How long have you had Mr. Hubert for a teacher?
Well, so far this whole school year. How many months since we've been in school? Since August.
Charles, real quick, what are 2 words you would use to describe Mr. Hubert during first block?
Well, ongoing and wants to get the work done right then and there. Nothing like.
Stephanie, what would you say?
Very understanding. I understand everything, and not boring.
Okay.
It keeps me up.
Stephanie, what did you get out of the night when we read it?
That there are some really cool people in this world, and that they have no feelings for others, like they don't care. And like what he said, people, even though you've gone through so many things, I can actually make a connection. Not like that, because 9 was really bad. But I've been through so many things that I've learned myself that you can make it through it if you really want to.
What was your favorite thing that we've done as a class?
I'll say setting goals.
Setting goals?
Yes.
So, talk to me a little bit more about that.
Like, setting goals. Like, you could say your goal can be low or high. Like, just for instance, your goal can be like a 60%. And all of a sudden, on the next test, you might make it above 80. Things like that. If you just set a goal, maybe you just, like, achieve even more than what you even said. So that's why setting goals is important to me. Because when you set a goal, you can do even better than you thought. Well, one way that we set goals is called literally setting goals. So it's right here. So we set goals. So me and my classmates, my fellow classmates, we set goals so we can do better on tests. Some of these goals look pretty low, but doesn't matter. Even though we just achieve more than what we expect, so we'll be okay.
So the goal is, so every person's goal is different for them?
Yes.
Okay. And so Charles, let's look at yours. What's your goal for the next test, or for the test that we took today, actually?
Well, it was an 80% or above. Anything above 80%.
Why'd you choose that number for your goal?
Because I'm trying to set myself even higher. Even though that test was easy, I think I did even better than that. So I just still set it right there for 80%.
Perfect. Thanks, Charles.
The hardest part about being in your class is challenging myself to do what I can't do and think on a higher level to understand what we're learning.
Let's talk about Night for a second. What did you like about that book? Did you like anything about it?
I liked a lot about Night because when we read it, I learned about things that I didn't know, and I learned how one thing can make you feel another and look at another. Or, like, I learned that you can look at one thing one way, but something or the situation can make you feel different about it.
Can you give me an example?
As in when we were reading Night, what was his name? One of the dads, when they were running from the concentration camps, one of the dads was going to look for his son, and his son left him back. And when he left him back, the son was thinking, well, after we started talking about it, we thought that maybe his son left him because his dad was older. And because his dad was older and tomorrow was never promised, that he had to do what he had to do to live for himself. And they said in the book, in Auschwitz, every man is for himself.
Okay. And Ibtaj, what's one of the activities that we did as a class when we were reading Night?
When we were reading Night, we had a Socratic seminar, and we discussed, we agreed to disagree about our thoughts.
Good. Did you like the Socratic seminar?
Yeah, I really did.
Yeah? Why'd you like it?
Because I liked it because I got to kind of argue to prove my point, but at the same time understanding somebody else's point of view at the same time.
So Ibtaj, you told me how we keep track of our growth as a class. How do you keep track of your growth individually, how you grow?
Well, me individually, we have our own chart that we keep in our folders, and this is my chart. My predicted score is 48% based on the test that I took in the level that I scored last year. It's a 48%, and when we took our pre-test, I scored a 44%, which was below my predicted score. But when we took the Unit 1 exam, I made it 85%, and I beat you can't really see it, but right here, I beat the level 2.
Level 4.
I beat level 4 by 5 points.
Wow.
My goal for the stupid class is to make an A or a B, and to also stay on task, be a leader, and make my predicted score or higher.
So can you talk about that for just a second? Ramisha mentioned her predicted score. What do you mean by that?
My predicted score was from last year was to this year was 69. I think it was. No, I think it was a 61. Yeah, 61. And I would like to get at least 15-20% higher than what that is.
And what did you get in your last test, Ramisha?
Oh, I got an 80% on there.
80% your last test?
Yes, I did.
So,
it's so important because in college, I know that professors, they're not going to, sit there and go over and break it down, which you should have learned in high school and things like that. So it's important to learn it now so that you can get the understanding. We read, we extend our, like if you ask us a question, you'll tell us, don't just tell us yes, you say, tell why yes and why you think that's the best answer and things like that.
do you think you've changed at all since the first day you came to class in August?
I think I changed a lot.
How?
Because when I first came in August, like I did my work and stuff, but I'll kind of goof around a little bit and laugh at things that wasn't funny. But now, I just do all my work.